guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Denise, this is Dear Designs. Welcome back to another podcast. Today I'm in a slightly awkward position, and if it cuts off really quickly, that's because you're balanced on a candle holder and my diary. Because the tripod that I use is quite little, and really I need one that's just a little bit longer, but never mind. But I haven't really had that much knitting time this week, and the reason being is because I've set up a new website. So places you can find me now are on Facebook. I have set up a new page which is just Dear Designs, and I will put all the links down below, and you can find me on Instagram as _Dear Designs _. The reason I had to do that is Dear Designs was already taken. It is the same page that I had before, so if you was following me before under Handmade by Dear Designs, all I've done is literally changed the name, so you should hopefully still see me posting things and everything anyway. I'm on Instagram as Denise Dear as well. Excuse me. So my website is at dear hyphen, which is the little line, designs.co.uk. And oh my goodness, I never realised how difficult it was to design a web page. And they give you a template, but it's not really a template for what I needed, so I had to really sort of start from scratch. So yeah, it was a little bit difficult, and it's taken me a little while to do it, and that is why I haven't done much crafting this week, because I have solidly been working on that and I'm really excited about it. So that is why I wanted to get it up and running, and I've just been working on it instead of just saying, oh, I do an hour here and there. I've literally, one night I sat down at about 5 o'clock and I didn't get back up till 10, just sorting bits and pieces out and all that. So I will be closing my Etsy shop. I don't know what's wrong with my throat. I will be closing my Etsy store. It is still open as I'm talking now, so you can buy from my website and you can buy from my Etsy store. They are both open at the moment. Obviously, if someone buys something from one, I will have to alter the quantities and things, but that will only be open until Wednesday, and then I will be solidly or solo I will be going solo on my website, which I'm really excited about. I have a big shop update coming as well on Friday, so lots of new yarn going in the shop. Let me talk about that at the end, just in case you're not really interested in that. But so my works in progress, because I haven't got a finished object. My works in progress, my first one, let me show you the wrap. I have added the next colourway in. I'm not going to pull the whole thing out of the bag because I've realised that that's a pain in the butt. Plus, what I'm going to do is just pull out a little bit from the bag and work from it. So you would have all seen it last week. I held it up, but I have added the green, which, oh, is beautiful. It's so lovely. I could have probably done another stripe of the blue, but I didn't want the striping to be like really big. Basically, I've added the green probably 2 to 4 rows too quickly, but other than that, yeah, it's really nice. I really like the way this is coming out and all the different colours, and once it's going to be wrapped around my neck, it's going to be like just a pop of colour here and there. So yeah, it's really nice, and I'm really pleased with it. So that is what we got so far, and yeah, that's that. Also, what was I going to say? I was thinking of finishing this early again, and I know I say that every week, but I am gonna carry on with it even if I put it back down for a few weeks, but I am going to carry on with it, so we'll just see how it goes. But that is, oh, I just love it. So that is living in this bag that I made myself quite a while ago, and it's a project that I have to look at the pattern. So every row of the pattern I need to look at. I can't look at the knitting and see where I am. I have to basically look at the physical pattern, and that is why it's not something that I can take out and about with me. So the last not last weekend, this weekend basically, it's Monday, it's bank holiday Monday, so I hope you're all having a lovely day. I've been at the garage with Ian for 2 days, and as it's been lovely weather, I thought I might as well go with him and sit in the sun. Obviously not too much sun, but you know what I mean. And I can't take this with me because I have to look at the pattern, and I just find it too awkward, and I'm like, I can't be bothered with that. It's an indoor project where I can have the pattern next to me, my little booklet with the pattern rows and everything, and just sort of work on it from that. So it's an indoor project, and I think that's why it's taken me a little bit longer than I anticipated, really. That is still really hot. I've been working on my socks. I can't really remember where I was last week, but I have now got quite a bit on the leg. So I've got to the stage where I have finished the leg on this sock. So here is the heel. There's a fly now. Here's the heel, and that is the leg, and then I just need to do the cuff. So I am at the stage, I've still got quite a bit of yarn left, but I'm thinking if I go any longer, then it's not going to fit around my leg. I could have them as sort of indoor socks where I scrunch them down around my ankle, which is probably what I will do because they're quite long anyway. I think it was a 90 row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's a 90 row leg, so it's quite long for me. And I was just thinking that basically I don't want to go any further, so I will have a little bit of yarn left over, and I can always put that into cuffs or heels and toes of future socks. Really sorry if you can hear that fly. It is massive. And it's behind the camera now. I'm right next to the window. So these are my socks. These are my May socks. It's the last day of May today, so yeah, these are going to be late as well. But I'm enjoying just casually doing some knitting. I'm going to open the window, hopefully. Go out. 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 It's just flying around the window. Oh, it's gone up there now. I apologise. Nothing professional here, is there? Never mind. So that is whip number 2. And then yesterday I started another cowl. This has been on my little to-do list for quite a while, since I see it from Knit All the Yarn podcast. 72 Stitches on Instagram. I always forget her name. I will put it, and I will link the her channel as well. But I got for Christmas this lovely box of noodle soup yarns, and it is, you can't really see what it is at the moment because I've just shoved everything in the box. But in here is my glasses. I was using them yesterday. In here is 40 little gumballs. If you follow me on Instagram, you would know what I'm already about to show you. So yeah, 40 little gumballs, all different colours, and then there was one skein of fingering weight, they're all fingering weight 4-ply sock yarn, and then there was one skein of this. So you could choose whether you wanted one skein, 2 skeins. It was all 40 little gumballs, but it was however many main skeins you wanted. So I have been toying with the idea of doing another litmus cowl, which is from Amy from Stranded Dye Works, or the Stranded podcast, and I really love my one. I love it so much that I just know that I would wear another one because it's so easy to wear. I did mine using my sock yarn last year, so I did a pair of socks every month last year, and what I did was every pair of socks that I did at the end of the year, I pulled out a 10-gram mini, so I got 10 grams from every single yarn that I used and I used that in my cowl. So anyway, I have decided to start the paint pan cowl. My phone is ringing, hold on one second. Sorry about that. So I am knitting the paint pan, well, it's not. My inspiration come from the paint pan cowl, and this is how far I've got. So I've used 4 colours so far, and oh my god, it is turning out beautiful. So I'm using 4-ply yarn. Obviously all this is 4-ply yarn. I did cast on using 4mm needles because that is what the paint pan cowl used, but I think it uses double knit held, no, it uses fingering held double, I think. It is a paid for pattern and it is literally a couple of pounds. So what I was thinking is, instead of buying the pattern, because I probably won't use the pattern, I'm going to try and see if I can donate to the designer, if she has any way that I can donate, like the couple of pounds that I would pay for the pattern, because it is such a lovely pattern. And all these like bits here, let me turn it around as well, you'll see. So all these bits here, they're all part of the paint pan pattern, and I just love it. And I've seen quite a few, like, and I think there's socks as well. I might buy the socks, the sock pattern, and then that way I can contribute, can't I? So but anyway, oh my god, I started this yesterday and I knitted this while I was at the garage in the sun, and this is how far I've got. I also put in the colours, and then when I got up to here I was like, well, what colour do I use next? And I just said to our friend Bills, just pick a colour. So all the colours are sort of, I don't know how well I'm going to show you this, in the box like this. And I said to him, can you pick me a colour? He went, what does it go after? So I showed him. I was like, but you can pick any colour you want. It's all going to be random. I'm not trying to colour match or anything. And he chose this really lovely purple colour. So that's the colour I'm going to do next. And then what I'm going to do is the next one, I'm going to say to Ian, can you pick a colour? And anyone that's around me at the time of me knitting this, I'm going to say, can you pick the next colour? And obviously then I will pick colours as well, but just so it can be really random. I've done a provisional cast on so I can graft the ends together once I get there. These are my floats, which to be honest I'm preferring the inside than the outside. These are my floats which I'm really loving, but I know that if I wore it this way round it would get caught on everything, so that's not happening. Obviously the pattern is 5 stitches across by 6 stitches up, or 6 rows, sorry. And I'm not catching my float in between the middle of that. I'm literally doing the 5 and then the 2, because I'm just thinking it's going to be on the inside, it's not going to catch, so I'm not really that worried about it. So yeah, I'm just going to carry on with this and we'll see how we get on. I'm really enjoying it. I've spoke about it quite a lot, but I'm really happy with how this is coming out, and this is sort of what I envisioned when I got this yarn. I wanted to put all of the yarn into one project. I'm not using a whole gumball for a round, so for instance this is the first colourway at the bottom here, and I've still got, I think, probably 5 gram there that I can, because these, no, 2.5 gram, these are all, oh god, I can't remember now. I think they're 5 grams. And I'm not going to weigh them. Anyway, I think I've still got half of what was there. So I can then use all the colours, and then if it's not long enough, use some of the colours again and see what happens. But I want to make it probably just as long as what my litmus cowl is, and then I know it'll be perfect. So this is my third whip, the one that I'm most excited about at the moment. Yeah, I just really am enjoying it and loving it. So I will probably take that with me if I go to the garage today. It's just nice because obviously I can go and sit outside, but then I'll be on my own. So I can go and sit with Ian and Bills, and yeah, we can have a laugh. And yeah, so I'm just letting it live in this box for now, even though the box has wounded me. I'm probably not even going to be able to see it, but I've got like a little talking finger. They were cutting wood yesterday, and I brushed the box like that, and yeah, it cut me. I did bleed, and it's a talking wound. So never mind. Have I got anything else yarny? I haven't worked on my jumper at all because I needed to. I've got fluff in my cup now. I took the needles off thinking that I would need it for the pan cowl, but I don't, because no, I took the needles off for the cowl, the wrap, sorry, this wrap, and then I bought 4mm needles in the plastic to knit on this pan cowl. Realised that no, the needles are too big. I did one colour, I think, and it was just so gappy. I was like, no. So I pulled the whole thing back. I've cast this on 3 times. Bearing in mind the first time I cast it on was on Saturday evening, and I cast on using the long tail cast on, completely forgetting that I needed to do a provisional cast on. So I ripped that back. And then I was still using the 4mm needles, and then thinking, no, I didn't use the 4mm needles for the litmus cowl. Let me go back to my videos, and I look back and no, it was the red ones, which were the 3.5mm needles. So that is why I have gone down to that. So, and I don't think my tension is changed much, even though I'm doing colour work. So I'm quite happy with it. We will just go with that. Really happy. I'm really happy with it at the moment. So that and the socks normally go with me if I go to the garage, because then if I'm there all day, I've got a couple of things to work on at least. I'm going to put this in here as well because I forgot my scissors yesterday, so I was just breaking the yarn. So, and what I want to do actually is take a little like bag with me or something. I might use this actually. Take a little bag with me so I can put what I've used in a little bag, so I know that, yeah. Anyway, that's that. Haven't got anything else. The lady that asked me about the blanket that was on the back of the sofa didn't actually mean the one that I showed last week. The one that she was talking about, it's just a virus shawl, and I used Poundland yarn to to crochet it, and I made it absolutely massive so I can literally wrap myself around in it. So yeah, it's just a virus shawl, and I just sort of use it as a sort of blanket type thing. Anyway, shop business. So if you're not interested in the yarn or anything, then thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in seeing what's in this metal tray, as that's where it's living at the moment, then stay tuned. But my shop update will be on Friday at 4 PM on my website, which I am so happy about. Also, if you do go onto my website and you see anything a little bit strange, anything doesn't work, please let me know. My FAQ page is not complete yet. I have got a few bits to put on there, but obviously it will be a work in progress because people will always be asking questions. So I will update that as sort of we go along as well. So So yeah, if you see anything that's a little bit strange, then let me know. I was having trouble with the checkout process because my shipping wasn't set up properly, which was really frustrating me because I did sort of a fake order of my own, and it was saying this business or company does not ship to your country. And I was like, yes, I'm in the same country, it's me. And oh, that was just mind-boggling, but I have sorted it. Also, I want to say as well, with the postage, I am charging the same postage that was on Etsy. So basically what I mean is the stitch marker is going to be less, and then the yarn is going to be a little bit more. Which, if you buy yarn and a stitch marker, it will charge both sets of postage. I just want to put out there that I will be refunding any postage overcharges, basically, where with Etsy it sort of figures it out a little bit. With the website, I haven't got to the stage where I know that I can set it up that if you buy a yarn and a stitch marker, just charge a standard rate. It's not letting me do that at the moment, so I still need to like do bits and pieces on it, but I will be refunding any postage overcharges, which I normally do on Etsy anyway. So yeah, let's get started with this wonderful big tinfoil dish of yarn. So it's just living in here at the moment because it's the closest thing I had to carry everything. So I have dyed up some more of this beautiful black and purple yarn. I have two going into the shop just because one is already reserved, but it is lovely. So it's black and purple, variegated. All my yarn at the moment is 4-ply. 75% merino, 25% nylon. Oh, the other thing that I wanted to say is the new batch of yarn that I got, the supplier has upped their prices. And obviously with my new website and everything like that, I will be upping my prices as well, only by a couple of pounds. It's still, my yarn is still going to be cheaper than some of the yarn that you do see out there for like £22 a skein, which is by all means what people charge. I am still very new to this. I'm still finding my feet with it. So I will be upping my prices a very small amount. I am sorry to anyone that has bought yarn from me before, and then now you see that I'm having a little increase. I just hate doing this, but it's something that I have to do. I have to sort of now try and make some money, where before, obviously with the Etsy fees and everything like that, I was really enjoying it. I wanted to make it affordable for everyone. It's still going to be affordable. My yarns are going to be £14 a skein. It's only going up by £2. So yeah, that is what is going to happen on Friday the 4th. So if you do want any yarn at £12 a skein, then please go over to my Etsy store before Wednesday and buy what's in the shop. None of this will be going in the shop. It's only what's left in the shop at the moment will be £12 a skein. Right, so this is black and purple. I'm not going to pull out every single one. I'm just going to pull out one of each because that will be easier. Then we have this beautiful orangey yellow colour. I haven't named any of these yet, but this just reminds me of summer and sunshine and loveliness. So we have 3 of those. Everything else there is 3 of, because I dye my yarns in batches of 3. And in the future, if I will be dyeing sort of 2 batches of 3 and things like that, but at the moment it's just like a single batch to see and find my feet still. So here we have a beautiful blue with speckles of different colours, red, yellow, green, what else, pink. I just sort of went a little bit wild with this one, but it is really lovely as well. Also have a green, which is gradient. It's a gradient. Let me open this one for you so you can see. It's a gradient, so it's really, really light on one end, and then it goes darker on the other. So if I hold it like that, you'll be able to see. So that's the green. Let me just get the... This one reminds me a little bit like the sea as well, even though it is green. You know when you get like blue lagoons and things like that, it's not always blue, are they? They are sometimes like a greeny colour. So yeah, that's that one. I'll skein that back up. Then we have this, which is my favourite. I love it so much. I'm not a brown person. I'm not someone that wears a lot of brown or anything. But this just reminds me of like rose goldy type, because it's got pink in it as well. So there's like touches of pink. It just reminds me of rose gold. I don't know why. But I love it. It is so stunning. It's got greens in it. I'm using a little bit of a different technique to dye the yarns, and that is how I'm coming up with sort of different how I've done them before. We've got this one going in, which reminds me of like rhubarb, just because the pinks and the green, the yellow, and like when you open it up there's all different colours inside. Then we have this one, which is more greens and pinks. This reminds me of tulips. Whoopsie, sorry about that. This reminds me of tulips. Just a lovely colour. And then we have, I keep bashing the table, then we have two of these because I thought I had soaked more yarn than I did, and I didn't. But we have two of these. I'll hold both of them up. Oh, these are so lovely. So these have been dyed and then over dyed, so double process really, because I speckled, heavily speckled this yarn, and then I over dyed it with pink, and that is why it's come out with lots of sort of pink undertones, but it is gorgeous. So only two of those. This would be sort of perfect as like a hat or socks or anything like that, but I just think where it's so sort of variegated, like wouldn't it just look so nice? I don't know. That is everything. So there's going to be 23 skeins going in the shop. 23, no, 22, because one has already been taken. There's 22 skeins going in the shop on Friday, and that is my biggest shop update. I will probably be doing an update, if not every week, every other week. I just think every week might be a bit too much. I don't know. It's either that or I can do like a really big update at the once a month. But yeah. So I am really enjoying dyeing up the yarn and all the different colours and getting inspiration and things. I'm going to start sort of keeping an eye out for inspiration bits and pieces as well. I've had a brilliant idea from one of you guys that, oh my god, is just amazing, and I didn't even think about it. I'm not letting no cats out of the bag just yet. I haven't played with any of my polymer clay stuff yet, so polymer clay stitch markers will be going in the shop in a few weeks time, once I've sort of perfected and had a play with the polymer clay and sort of got some ideas and things like that. I also put a post up on Instagram to see whether people would prefer, see, I'm thinking of doing like a monthly subscription box where you get some yarn, a stitch marker, and maybe some other little extras as well. And I put a post up saying, would people prefer a full skein of yarn or a 20 gram mini? And the amount of people that actually said full skein was quite surprising. I was like, I just, wow. Couldn't actually believe people. I always think of subscription boxes as minis. I don't know why, because I know there's lots of false, like thinking about it, there's a lot of false gain subscription boxes. So yeah, that is something I'm toying with as well, and every month it would be like a certain theme. So yeah, I am thinking of doing that. It will be like a pre-order thing where maybe I'll put the listing up at the beginning of the month, let it run for 10 days maybe, dye up the yarn and then get it out sort of that sort of week as I dye it. So yeah, let me know what you think about that as well, whether you would be interested in a monthly subscription. But yeah, I just want to say a big massive thank you to each and every one of you that have supported me throughout my business, because if it wasn't for you guys, obviously I wouldn't be here doing what I really, really enjoy, and that is getting some plain undyed yarn and putting my stamp on it, because the yarn that I produce and the yarn that anyone else produces is always going to be different to the next person, and I'm just so happy that I can, or I'm able to do this, and you can have pretty yarn and yeah, you enjoy what I make basically. So I just want to say thank you, and just thank you for supporting my little business. Hopefully it will grow and grow and grow. Who knows, we'll have to wait and see. But I'm going to try and be more active on social media as well. How well that will go, I always say the same thing, but it's just with Etsy, things are going up and up and up, and it was just getting, like, the fees and that were just getting a little bit ridiculous. Obviously having my own website, there's a fee in that itself. Every month you have to pay to have a domain and everything, and the website and so on and so forth. So it does cost, but at the end of the day I would rather do that and then not have to pay Etsy. I know that sounds a bit hypocritical, but I would prefer to know where my money's going and know what fees I'm paying, instead of Etsy just saying you've paid this. It's so confusing. No one actually knows what the fees are, because they do it in such a way that is so confusing. If you've ever sold on Etsy, then you've got VAT for this, you've got VAT for that, you've got a fee for this, you've got a fee for that, and it's all under the same product. It is ridiculous. And then obviously you've got to pay to put the items on in the first place. It's like a never ending, it's a never ending cycle with fees on Etsy. And yeah, and that on as well, that way I can put what I want on my website. If I do dip into anything else, I can sort of put it on my website, and I can do what I want with it. So yeah, I just want to, from the bottom of my heart, if it wasn't for you guys I wouldn't be here. So yeah, I've been a bit sporadic with my videos, and I've been a bit like here, there and everywhere with vlogging and bits and pieces, but I think I've just sort of, my mind's been in so many different places. So hopefully now that that's done, I can sort of settle down a little bit and yeah, just think, calm. But who knows, but yeah, so I want to say thank you for watching this video. Even if you're not interested in buying any yarn, please go and have a look at the website. I will leave it linked down below, and yeah, that's pretty much it for today. So thank you so much. I hope you're all well, hope you're all safe. I would love to see what you're making, so please tag me if you're on Instagram or anything. Tag me in your posts with stuff that you have made with my yarn. I would love to see it made up. Even if it's looking pretty on a shelf, which most of this is, then that's fine too, because yarn looks pretty skeined up too. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to stop blabbering on. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you all in the next video. Bye!